HE&SHE Coffee has been a popular cafe chain among students. This can be said because HE&SHE Coffee manages the operation of establishing an environment for an economy that is sustainable for everyone on university campus. HE&SHE Cafe is so popular among local universities such as Universiti Putra Malaysia (UPM), Universiti Malaya (UM), University Teknologi Petronas (UTP), and even our university, University Teknologi Mara. This coffee shop helps students to develop their backgrounds and personalities, aside from helping students to gain some side income for their studies. HE&SHE Coffee was founded by an entrepreneur named Zulkifli bin Yusuf. He is a postgraduate from Universiti Utara Malaysia (UUM) in Bachelor of Arts Honours degree in Accounting. The reason why he created this business is to create an opportunity for developing both entrepreneurs and students. This coffee chain immediately found a collaborator in Malaysia, higher education institution, where local universities have been searching for a platform to socially develop and educate the increasing number of underprivileged students from struggling backgrounds, in addition to offering a platform for their creativity in business. As for 2021, HE&SHE Coffee has provided a huge amount of work opportunities to students, and it has reached 100 plus all over Malaysia. This business is skyrocketing over the few years due to the increasing number of students on campus and quite a few job opportunities. This may cause dissatisfaction in business due to lack of place or even bad customer experience.
We go to the objective part. Our objective for this group project is to identify the satisfaction of the service at HE&SHE Coffee. Second, to determine the rating of their food and beverages. Third, to investigate how often UiTMPG students go to HE&SHE Coffee. And lastly, to analyze type of food that UiTMPG students like the most at HE&SHE Coffee.
So next, we move to the population and sample. For population, we choose the student that is currently pursuing the tertiary education at the UiTM Pasir Gudang. For the sample, we chose 100 students selected randomly among UiTM Pasir Gudang. Next, we go to the sampling technique. So for the sampling technique, we use a simple random sampling technique because the respondent of UiTM Pasir Gudang student has an equal chance of being selected. Simple random sampling minimize selection and bias. So next, we move to the data collection method. So for the data collection method, we use a direct questionnaire via Google Form. All of the researchers can distribute the forms through social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram.
The survey we conducted at UiTMPG highlighted different preferences in the questionnaire sections. A significant portion, 54%, is from Part 3, whereas 33% is from Part 1. Surprisingly, 6% of the students belong to Part 5, and the rest of the percentage represents students in Part 2 and Part 4. The survey at UiTMPG found that 66% of the students who participate were male, showing a majority of male respondents. The remaining 34% were female students, indicating a comparatively lower number of female participants in our questionnaire. And now we move on to our faculty. The survey we conducted at UiTMPG involved students from different faculties. Most of the responses, about 60%, came from the Faculty of Business. The second highest participation was from the Faculty of Chemical Engineering, making up 14% of the responses. Additionally, 10% of the responses came from Faculty of Electrical Engineering, and 9% were from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. Lastly, the Faculty of Civil Engineering had the smallest representation, with only 7% of the respondents. The survey conducted among students at UiTMPG has shown that 74% of the respondents are staying in the college, and 26% of the respondents are not staying in the college.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MUSTAQIM bin MUJIBBURRAHMAN, and now I am going to explain about our findings in part B. So, the data below shown how often UiTMPG students visit HE&SHE coffee. The survey conducted among students at UiTMPG has shown that there are patterns in how they visit HE&SHE coffee. There are significant number, about 43% of the respondents go to the coffee shop one or two times per week, which suggests levels of engagement. In contrast, 34% of students visit HE&SHE coffee frequently, about 3 or 4 times per week, indicating a stronger affinity for the place. Surprisingly, 12% of students show a preference by visiting the coffee shop more than 4 times a week. So this could be because they really enjoy what it offers or simply love its ambience. On the other hand, 11% of students never visit HE&SHE coffee in a week. This highlights a group that might not find the coffee shop appealing or accessible. It also presents area for improvement or targeted marketing strategies. So we move into the next data, which is the question asked, what type of food do you want to try if you visit HE&SHE coffee? So 44% of respondents express a desire to try the pasta offered at the establishment, indicating a significant interest in this particular menu item. Additionally, 39% of students express a preference for trying the pastries, suggesting a considerable appeal for baked goods. On the other hand, 17% of students are inclined towards trying the rice dishes, though this category garners a comparatively lower percentage. The varied preference showcased a diverse range of tastes among the student body, with pasta and pastries emerging as the more popular choices. This information can guide HE&SHE coffee in tailoring their menu to meet the predominant preference of their customer base, ensuring a more satisfying and targeted dining experience for the students. So the next data shown that type of drinks that the students want to try. It is remarkable that 42% of participants would like to try coffee offered by the cafe, meaning that this traditional drink with wide consumer coverage will be much in demand. The next in popularity are smoothies. They attract 30% of respondents' interest and reflect an increasing trend towards healthy and light drinks. In the meantime, milkshakes are found attractive by 28% of students. Hence, there still exists love for milk-based and sugary drinks. The distribution shows how important it is to have a rich variety of drinks that appeal to different tastes among students, as well as coffee being a key focal point and prospects for smoothies to become more popular than ever before due to their healthy attributes. So, our next findings is type of coffee that most of the students in UiTMPG like. 44% of respondents chose coffee latte as their favorite. Coffee mochas also attract 14% due to its richness in chocolate and espresso, satisfying those with a sweet tooth. In addition, 16% of students prefer the simplicity of coffee Americanos characterized by its boldness and straightforward flavor profile. 19% of participants choose coffee cappuccinos because it has an equal combination of espresso, steamed milk, and foam. Finally, 7% of students like coffee espresso, which have an intense flavor than others. So our next findings is type of food that students want to try. So our next findings is pastry that students want to try. Our next findings is smoothies that most student likes. Move into our next findings, which is students prefer dine-in or takeaway. So, how many students will recommend he&she coffee to their friends? About 97% of people would recommend he&she coffee to their friends. And around 3% of people might have personal reason like different taste preference or specific issues with the product. Even though it's a small percentage, it is worth looking into their feedback to see if there are areas for improvements. So, we are moving into part C. The satisfaction of the services in he&she coffee shop. So next is the satisfaction of the food in the he&she coffee shop. So the next is the satisfaction of the facilities provided by the he&she coffee shop. So next is the satisfaction of the cleanliness of the he&she coffee shop.